Fever down! No! But also, let's take a moment for KK, okay? She's that moment today. She's that girl always. Thank you. Nope, Steve. Let the light get the nice little gun.
The Chicago Sky rolled out their biggest Barbie night celebration, flooding the arena with pink and centering the hype around Angel Reese, who didn't even play. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever came in and completely took over, handing the Sky their third straight loss to them this season. The game ended in a dominant 93-78 win for Indiana at the United Center, a special venue the Sky had reserved just for this matchup. With Caitlin Clark sidelined, Kelsey Mitchell stepped up and dropped a season-high 35 points, silencing all talk of a rivalry. Fans even started calling it Fever Night, showing just how one-sided things have become.
Indiana Fever walk in to Chicago, the United Center, no Caitlin Clark, and they walk out with a W 93-78.
The media keeps pushing the idea that we're witnessing the greatest rivalry in women's basketball, two rising stars, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, clashing every time their teams face off. ESPN fuels the hype, social media explodes, and fans are quick to draw comparisons to iconic matchups like Magic versus Bird. The narrative sounds perfect. Iowa versus LSU, Indiana versus Chicago, a heated Rookie of the Year chase. But here's the truth, it's not much of a rivalry when the scoreboard consistently tells a different story.
Let's go. Yep. The really good thing about having quality depth is when you don't have it, somebody else does. And KK? Yeah! Way to step up. Chloe, great job coming in. Good job. Lex, way to come in and make an impact. Kels, just
Here's the truth no one wants to admit once the cameras stop rolling. The head-to-head numbers between these teams tell a completely different story. The Indiana Fever haven't just edged out the Chicago Sky, they've dominated them, winning 6 of their last 7 matchups. That's not a rivalry, it's a repeated rout. Focusing on this season alone, Indiana has now beaten Chicago 3 straight times, outscoring them by a staggering 77 points combined. Let that sink in. 77 points across just 3 games. The first was a 35-point blowout, the second, a 27-point thrashing, and most recently, during Chicago's highly promoted Barbie Night, another convincing 15-point defeat.
This is absolutely a one-sided rivalry. And we've got to say it like it is. Like, we can't say Caitlin needs to do this, Caitlin needs to do that. Let's be real. The only reason this is still a rivalry is because the other side of the rivalry won't stop it. And by the way, it is extremely beneficial for Angel Reese to be in this rivalry.
The media keeps pushing this rivalry narrative because it's marketable to young stars. Contrasting styles and opposing personalities make for a compelling storyline. But when you actually watch the games, check the final scores, and see how one team consistently outperforms the other, that narrative quickly falls apart. And for Chicago, it's more than just losses, it's becoming downright embarrassing. Even with Caitlin Clark sidelined, the Fever walked into their building and took over on the Sky's biggest promotional night of the season. Chicago booked the United Center, built an entire Barbie-themed event around Angel Reese, and still got dismantled by an Indiana squad missing its star player.
This is a fake one-sided rivalry. We got Angel Reese taking more shots at Caitlin Clark unnecessarily.
So what does this one-sided record really tell us? It shows that one franchise, the Indiana Fever, is building something real, while the other, the Chicago Sky, keeps scheduling more games and themed nights, hoping the outcome will magically change. The Fever have shown they can dominate Chicago in any setting, with Caitlin Clark, without her, at home, away, regular matchups, or flashy promotions. This isn't some heated rivalry between Clark and Reese, it's target practice. Indiana keeps rising to the occasion, and Chicago keeps handing them the stage. Another big night at the United Center? Another themed spectacle? And another humbling loss? That's not competition. That's a repeat performance. And Indiana owns the script.
It's the Kelsey Mitchell Show here in Chicago. Mitchell into the paint, able to lay it in. To Mitchell, she'll fire. You bet. Deflected, gets it back, and hits from 3. See Mitchell her 7th three of the day.
Kelsey Mitchell stepped into the United Center fully aware that without Caitlin Clark, the scoring burden would fall on her shoulders. Known for her consistency all season, Mitchell didn't just rise to the occasion, she delivered a performance for the ages. She erupted for a season-high 35 points, shooting an outstanding 12-19 from the field and hitting 7 of her 10 three-point attempts. That's a scorching 70% from deep in a game, where her team needed her the most. A night that cemented her place in the Fever's history book.
Money Mitch put him in a ditch, and Michaela Timpson treating the Chicago Sky like a bunch of Simpsons. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Kelsey Money Mitchell erupted today. Michaela Timpson continues to show every time you put her in the game, every time you give her some actual quality minutes, she will not disappoint.
Here's where it gets truly special. Kelsey Mitchell didn't just light up the scoreboard, she made franchise history. She became only the second player in Indiana Fever history, alongside Caitlin Clark, to record at least 35 points, 5 assists, and 5 made three-pointers in a single game. That's an elite club with just 2 names on it. And Mitchell claimed her spot in style, right in the middle of Chicago's highly publicized Barbie night.
On 6 of 10 shooting in the corner, Mitchell connects on a 3. Indiana needed that. It's a 2-point game. There's a chance that gets changed to a 3. Mitchell looking to respond, and does! Things tightening at United Center. Mitchell has it deflected, gets it back, and hits from 3.
Mitchell's offseason work paid off in a major way. She trained with a coach, who also works in football, focusing specifically on defensive back drills to sharpen her footwork and lateral quickness. All those angles, cuts, and precision movements she practiced showed up exactly when it mattered, helping her navigate Chicago's defense and get to her spots with ease. Her preparation wasn't just about skill, it was about intent, and it made all the difference on the court.
Indiana run after Chicago had cut it to 2. Poked away by Timpson. There's the deflection. Off to the races. Timpson finishes strong, forcing a timeout from Chicago. A 9-0 Indiana run, and the lead is back to 11.
Michaela Timpson, the rookie, all season long, when she's gotten minutes here and there, has made the most of them. We've seen it on the offensive end, and here, just getting her arms in the passing lane, the deflection, finishing a tough look.
But Mitchell wasn't alone in this masterclass. Michaela Timpson delivered the performance of her young career, dropping 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting from the field. That's 75% efficiency when the lights were brightest. Mitchell praised Timpson after the game, calling her the ultimate pro and highlighting her consistent readiness. Timpson has that quiet confidence that shows up when you need it most.
I've seen her improve and become more comfortable throughout the season.
She's amazing. One of the best rookies I think I've ever come across of. She's I don't know how to say it, like the ultimate pro. Shows up, no problems, and I think when you have locker room culture happening, you need great people to make it greater, and I think we got a good addition here, so shout out to KK.
The newest addition to the Fever roster wasted no time making her presence felt. Chloe Bai, who signed a 7-day contract on July 25th, made an immediate impact by scoring 8 points in just 10 minutes of play. Head coach Stephanie White praised Bai's ability to stretch the floor and open up space for Aaliyah Boston, exactly the kind of quick, effective contribution teams hope for from a fresh signing.
By Williams. Hull gives it up. Chloe Bibby able to drain the 3. Recently signed
when they play Indiana.
And right now, Cardoso answering the bell really nicely. 12 points, 7 rebounds. Bibby again. How about the stroke of Chloe Bibby?
Speaking of Aaliyah Boston, she recorded her 3rd consecutive double-double with 14 points and 11 rebounds, but her impact extended far beyond the stat sheet. She added 6 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, influencing nearly every possession on both ends of the floor. Her presence was felt everywhere, and Chicago simply had no answer for her versatility and control throughout the game.
Cardoso running the floor, gets denied by Boston, returning the favor. Boston finds the cutter. It's Timpson who lays it in. That ends the 11-0 run. Here's Mitchell. Flips it in, wide open Boston. Tracks it back down. Off to Boston. Backdoor, Mitchell the cut, and the finish. Tough bucket from Kelsey Mitchell. Here's Mitchell, who has 15 in the quarter and a season-high 6 made threes. Hall will fire and hit at the horn. Big finish to the third from Indiana.
500 points, becoming fastest Fever player ever to do so in a season. 930 point game, second most in Fever history. And season high.
I knew it!
KK career high points. AB 11 double-double in the season.
Let's check this out right here. Of course, this is supposed to be the arena that Angel Reese built, right? Question mark? Caitlin Clark right here signing autographs. Look at these fans. Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously. This person over here, show us Barbie. Yeah, not lined up for Barbie. In Barbie's own arena. Glad to see Chicago giving Barbie a welcome to Sophie Cunningham.
I'm beginning to suspect the Indiana Fever are a better team than the Chicago Sky. Don't ask me why I believe that or think that. It's just a sneaking suspicion that I have. I mean, it could be the fact that the Fever spank them every time they play. Could be that. Maybe it's that. I mean, you know, you can date back to last year, but this year, the Fever spanked the Sky in the season opener.
Here for Indiana. Now, one thing that we talked about the other day in New York, but you just have to appreciate about Caitlin Clark in these games, she knows a huge portion of these fans were hoping to see her play, and obviously they're not getting to. But she goes out of her way to make sure pregame she's signing autograph after autograph. Talked about the other day in New York when it was 108 autographs that she signed. Well, today signed over 200 autographs. Was out for a long period of time, signing for fan after fan. So trying to make sure, you know, that she still is accessible to the fans here and helps create memories for so many of them. Here was Caitlin continuing to sign.
In the past, but one thing I have loved is that even though she's rehabbing and she wants to make sure she has access to the full artillery here of support for her rehab, look how happy everybody are waiting to get an autograph from Caitlin Clark. And she has done this, even in the Cornell City jersey, she's done this ahead of every game, even while she's been out. And that's been really special to witness. Oh, she's crying. She's crying. Slow down. Slow down. It's right. Run out. It's an exciting moment. WNBA countdown. We'll be right.
I mean, good for her. She simply understands kind of the responsibility she has and loves helping grow the game in that way.
Yeah, and the emotion, you know, of the fans when she does interact with them and sign with them, it really is amazing to see. Once again, Fisher Plummer are outstanding.